Okay, now this is our chapter 1, which is the overview of .NET framework. Okay, so generally when we cover this .NET, okay, we hear the term .NET a lot. Okay, so .NET framework, uh, .NET, the full stop net, so we pronounce that as .NET. .NET is a software framework developed by Microsoft that runs primarily on Microsoft Windows. So basically, when we cover .NET framework, it must run on Windows. Okay, what is in the .NET? So it includes a large class library called the Framework Class Library, or FCL for short, and it provides language interoperability, meaning that we have several languages, okay, that can use code from other languages across several programming languages. For example, if you are to develop, for example, using C# language, okay, you can actually integrate between the codes developed in C# and Visual Basic. Okay, so meaning that it can be shared. Okay, so this is one of the things regarding the .NET framework. Okay, now here, the diagram here, we have, this is the .NET framework schematics. Okay, if you notice on the rightmost here, you will see that it started with .NET Framework version 2.0. So this is the 2.0. Okay, then you will be asking, where is 1.0? Okay, meaning that 1.0 is not .NET. It is, you have the classical ASP developed by Microsoft, but back then there is still no .NET. So meaning that we have the version 2.0, version 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. So meaning that what we are showing here is just the big chunks. Okay, there is actually version 4.7.1, for example, but we are showing the main blocks, and the most recent .NET, we have version 5.0. Okay, but what's important that I'm going to share here a little bit is that we have several elements. Okay, the first thing is we have the common language runtime. Okay, the common language runtime actually is like a virtual machine. So if you are familiar with virtual machine, you can run, for example, let's say that Windows on MacBook. Okay, that is possible. So running via the virtual machine. So we have a similar virtual machine, which is, we call it common language runtime. Means that we allow, okay, different programming languages to be converted into one format that can be used to convert to the machine code that can be read by the computer. Okay, so don't worry about this. So let me go this very fast. Okay, in addition to common language runtime, we have what we call the framework class library. So these are all the methods, okay, the classes that has been incorporated by Microsoft to be used by developers. Okay, okay, above this you can see that there is some what we call WinForms. So this is actually to develop an application on a Windows platform. So this is what we call Windows Form application. Okay, here we have ASP.NET. So our focus of our class okay, our course is ASP.NET, whereby we are going to develop an application that runs on the web platform. So meaning that, okay, we will use HTML and so on. This is ASP.NET. Okay, and also we will also cover ADO.NET. ADO.NET is the component that allows the web form to be connected to a database. Okay, so this is database connectivity. Okay, now the rest of this are all covered. Okay, we will not cover the rest of this, okay, in this particular course, ISB 42403. But in terms of link and entity framework, so for those of you who are interested later on to take elective subject advanced programming, so we will cover link and entity framework in the particular course. Okay, so basically there are some explanation here, what is .NET framework and so on. So I'm going to just skip some of this that you can read on your own. Okay, now basically, okay, in the .NET environment, okay, we can actually display in this form of diagram here, whereby, okay, at the topmost here, these are all the programming languages. Okay, these are some of the programming languages that can run on .NET. For example, the most popular is C#. So for this course, we are going to use C# here. Okay, we can also use VB, Visual Basic, which is beyond, is outside, and we have F#. Okay, and we have other different programming language that we can run on .NET. Okay, now here, within all this programming language, uh, it we have a compiler. So compiler, what does compiler do? Is that when you actually run the code, or meaning that we build the solution, it will convert into a form. Okay, traditionally, okay, if you are using a Java language, for example, or C++ or C language, okay, the compiler will compile directly into this 1 and zeros, which is the machine language. Okay, however, within .NET, it does not convert directly to this, but it will convert to what we call the CLR, Common Language Runtime, and we have this whole common language infrastructure, which actually is similar to a virtual machine. Okay, so similar to a virtual machine. So the benefit of this is that you can have different developers using different languages, but at the end of the day, it will be converted within the same common language infrastructure. Okay, so this is a little bit technical, so please do not worry, because I will not assist for the final exam or anything. Okay, this is just sharing a little bit of the background of .NET. Okay, what is ASP.NET? Okay, ASP.NET is a unified web development model that includes the services necessary for you to build enterprise class web application with a minimum of coding. Okay, okay, now to develop ASP.NET application, so there is a tool that we can use. Okay, now the tool name is what we call Visual Studio. Okay, Visual Studio. So this is the same Visual Studio that actually you have downloaded and installed to your computer. So it is a fully featured development environment for creating ASP.NET web applications. So basically, not just ASP.NET web applications, but also many types of applications, such as you can create a console application, you can create a Windows form application, you can also create a cloud application, you can create embedded application, you can create mobile application. So basically Visual Studio is quite a very powerful tool that you can use, but our focus of this course is just on the web application, okay, which is consistent with the name of our course, which is web application development. Okay, in general, okay, some of the features or elements of Visual Studio is that we have a web page design, okay, which is it gives the what you see, what you get, and at the same time you can also edit the HTML. Okay, we have some master design, page design features such as master pages, themes, skins, and so on, using CSS. So basically, we will cover all this later on. Okay, within chapters. Okay, we have a code editing whereby you can code, and we can have also test and debug our code using Visual Studio. It is also possible for us to deploy. Okay, deploy means that to publish, whether it is to a local host or perhaps we can publish to actually a web server. Okay, now within the Visual Studio, Visual Studio also includes a local web server which that provides all the features you need to test and debug the web pages without requiring the Internet Information System to be installed. So basically, so if you are familiar with other means of web application development, such as, let's say, if you are familiar with PHP language, okay, PHP language uses a web server which is called Apache. Okay, Apache. So, but for Microsoft, it uses the what we call the IIS. So, in general, okay, you need to actually download and install the IIS separately. But within Visual Studio, because this IIS, a version of IIS, has been pre-installed. So meaning that it comes together with Visual Studio. So there is no need to have a separate IIS install. Okay, because we are using the features that comes together with Visual Studio. Okay, now in general, so I'm going to skip this. Okay, one of the elements that we have within the Visual Studio especially is that we can create quickly a web application, okay, by using what we call rapid application development. So meaning that we can develop uh, a page very quickly, okay, using what we call Visual Studio, which is incorporated there is a functionality of rapid application development. So later on, we will see on what some of the examples of rapid application development. Okay, now okay, for this particular course, okay, ISB 42403 web application development. Okay, I've just mentioned that we are focusing on ASP.NET. Okay, now there are several models of ASP.NET. Okay, for this particular course, okay, we are using what we call the web form model. Okay, the web form model. Okay, now the web form model, we will see this is what we call the event driven. So meaning that we click a button, you click the button, you write the code for the button. So this is what we call the web form model. Okay, this is normally very popular to those who are starting off learning ASP.NET, and it is actually widely used for small applications. Okay, for small applications. Okay, now there are other ASP.NET models. Okay, now the most popular now is what we call the ASP.NET MVC. Okay, MVC stands for Model View Controller. So this ASP.NET MVC is very popular now, especially those who are developing what we call enterprise level application, meaning that you have big companies like Shell, okay, Petronas, and so on. They are using .NET, and they are actually using this MVC model, Model View Controller, which is quite different from what you are going to learn this semester. Okay, so if you are interested, okay, if you are interested in this ASP.NET MVC, so this will be covered in another course, which is an elective course, ISB 42603, Advanced Programming. Okay, not many students register for this course, but if you are interested to make yourself marketable later on, so this is one of the very important development platform that is that has very high demand in the industry today, ASP.NET MVC. Okay, now we have another one, ASP.NET Web Pages. So this is actually a previous and old model. Okay, old model, and it has not been actually, this is based on the previous version of ASP.NET. Okay, but today we do not use this model because this is similar to the PHP model, okay, which means that for the web form we write using HTML, and to process the processing, the calculation, and so on, we write using PHP. So this ASP.NET Web Pages model is similar to that, okay, which we will not cover. Okay, now I'm going to skip this. Okay, and let's okay, now I at the same time, okay, there are also later on you will when you open Visual Studio, so there are many things in Visual Studio. Okay, Visual Studio does not cover 100% .NET framework. Okay, meaning that it covers 100% .NET framework, but in addition to .NET framework, it also covers other platforms. Okay, so meaning that Visual Studio covers a lot more apart from .NET framework. Okay, so for example, there are other platforms that are focusing on mobile computing, embedded devices, alternative operating systems, and web browser plugins. Okay, there are some such as .NET Core. Okay, now .NET Core actually is actually a platform that allows cross-platform and cloud computing. For example, what do you call cross-platform? Meaning that your code, your application can run on Linux, can run on Mac OS, and can also run on Windows platform. So meaning that that is .NET Core, and it is considered open source. We will not cover this, okay, just as a knowledge. Okay, there is also some other such as .NET Micro Framework. So this is for embedded system. We have a Silverlight. This is to develop a browser plugin. And we have also Mono, which is actually this platform to develop hybrid mobile application. especially for Android and iOS, and also for game development.